We have Elena Lee, Managing Editor, CNN International Asia Pacific, Mr. L.V. Krishnan, CEO TAM Media Research Private Limited, Mr. Barun Das, CEO Z News Limited, Arnab Goswami, Editor-in-Chief Times Now, and we are expecting Mr. G. Krishnan to join us very soon, Executive Director and CEO TV Today Network.
It's to do trusted credibility clearly and brand building. They are the three very clear objectives. India is a growing market. Everybody, all of yesterday mentioned that. Lots of investments are being made in India, both in media category as well as in other media businesses. So we are talking to, in the initial days when you saw news coming into India, way back in 1995, what you really saw was very limited news that you had to see within the Indian context. But as you went along in the last 10 years, you've seen cable grow. When we began news, there was only 15 to 18 million cable connections. Terrestrial was more dominating than cable, but cable is now 100 million plus. You're talking to over 100 million homes right now, and DTH is growing, and the total TV homes have gone up to 115 to 120 million. So the numbers are growing. You're talking to also various categories of people. So I don't think, if you ask me, is there a war in TV news? I don't think there's a war.
Maybe take a step back and ask the most fundamental question, that what are we for? What we exist for, the news channels? That's a fairly simple question to answer. I think we perform two distinct roles, unlike most other businesses in the country or anywhere else. We are the fourth estate. We ask the questions to policymakers and policy implementers. We are the watchdog. We take the feedback of people at large to the policymakers and implementers. We have a social responsibility to ourselves, to the society. That's part of it. But at the end of the day, we are businesses.
And I just want to make a couple of points. One is in response to what GK said. Why should we complain about ratings? Every industry needs a benchmark. If the benchmark is ratings, then accept the ratings. If you look back at the TV channels of the last 4 or 5 years, and you say which are the two most successful channels, if you take the ratings aside, for example, close your minds out and say LV and TAM does not exist, you will still say Colors and Times Now. And I'm not putting an advertorial for Times Now. I'm saying when a channel is good, when it attaches itself to the brand identity of its viewers, when people across the country view it, it is very, very unlikely that it will not appear somewhere on the ratings.
Okay. It's a strong heart to survive in this business, long-term perspectives. It's like running on a long-distance marathon race, actually. You can't give it up in between once you're in it. And in that, sustained, continuous brand building and connect with audiences actually work.
You know, what we believe our currency, beyond these ratings numbers and this, our currency is what we bring to our audience. It's the credibility we bring, the professional journalism we bring to our audience. And that's what's fundamentally going to keep you going.